POC Network here with another unboxing, this time coming from a new company. We haven't covered these guys yet. I don't believe we have. I'm unfamiliar with the brand, at least here in the office. But we have, this is an SSD and a thumb drive from the company Emtec. That's E-M-T-E-C, Emtec. And I don't remember us ever covering this in the past, so I could be wrong. But this company's reached out to us with these two products. They're both 256 gigabytes, and again, SSD, thumb drive. And what we're going to do today is we're going to rip them out of the box and see what you get, which I'm assuming is going to be self-explanatory for the most part. If you've ever opened up a hard drive or a thumb drive before, which there's not really a lot that comes with it outside of user experience, knowledge of knowing how to install the SSD, and or a thumb drive's kind of, it doesn't get easier than that. But anyways, we're going to rip them out of the box. We're going to show you what's inside of the box so you can learn, because this is about education. Before you buy this, you want to see what you get. So we're going to show it to you. Rattle, rattle. So we're going to start off actually with the thumb drive. And then you're going to go to the website later at pocnetwork.net/blog or pocinc.net/blog and see what our authors have to say about both these two products. So that way you can learn if we have something to brag about or to shun and go, we don't like it. You'll find out. So that's why you got to go to the website. You will go to the website. You're going to the website. So first, you have the thumb drive. Inside, it's you got black packaging. The thumb drive's right there. Like I said, you can't expect too much in terms of what comes in the box because there's no instructions to it. There's your thumb drive. We're gonna, just in case, pop open this box here. Open, says I. Just to make sure. Yep, there's nothing in there. Just a security strip in case you try to run out of a store with this. Hopefully you don't try to do something unintelligent such as that. But in case you do, they will catch you. Hopefully, with that little sticker strip thingy. Okay, anyways, a box is defeating me. The simplest of boxes. All right, so here you go. You have a 256 gigabyte thumb drive. Real basic style. You got that rectangular design. A lot of companies like A-Bit, and others typically use with theirs. Or the travel, whatchamacallit drive, I believe that's Kensington, has a similar style to this, but probably almost every company out there does. But on the sides you have Emtec, 256 gigabytes. On the bottom side, you have a little hole right here that you would put a lanyard through, lanyard. And the caps on top, obviously you have some information, some certification, CFC, EFC, I forget what all those mean, please recycle, and some other certification. And not that you care about that, so I'm not going to go into depth about that. And then the front and facing, it looks like more like a sticker underneath a little sheet of plastic. But it looks, it's kind of carbon fiber-like, or esque in design. So, pop the cap off. There's your USB. Pretty exciting, right? It's a USB drive. I bet you didn't see any of that coming. Wham! There it is! Ha! Who would have known it was hidden underneath that hard to find cap? So, USB drive, Emtec, E-M-T-E-C, Emtec. And there's not really much I can provide to you at the moment until our team actually uses it and tests it out and tells you what we think, what we like, what we don't like, how fast it can transfer files back and forth, big files, small files, all that fun stuff. And now that I finally opened it up out of the box, they can go play with it. Because they know they're not allowed to play with anything until we open it up and tell you about it first. Oh, somebody didn't cut the plastic before giving this to me. There's this is the SSD. There's 3 little plastic stickers on here that are also defeating me. And anybody got long nails or something they could use as a blade? All right, we got one. We are victorious. Just throw that off to the side. Now we're going to go in for a second. So what this is this is an SSD drive. An SSD is a solid-state drive, and the meaning of that is it's solid state. It's not a moving parts hard disk, which would be an HDD, hard disk drive, which is what you're commonly used to in computers these days. But now things are moving into the direction of these SSDs because there's no moving parts. The access, both read-write to the memory that's inside, is way more faster than a regular hard drive, and this improves many different things, more than just file transfer speeds, but also boot up speeds in operating systems and so forth. Application performance, in the beginning that wasn't so much of the case, but now that's starting to improve. But the biggest boost that people use these for is your C drive on a Windows PC or on a Linux computer or anything else, on a Mac, because it boots up your operating system about 20 times faster than it would normally. So on a normal moving parts hard drive, you're looking at some computers, power users that build some monsters, beasts. These computers can take sometimes 2-3 minutes even to boot up. And sometimes 1 minute, it depends. Because a beast, even no matter how much hardware you put in there, if you load in a bunch of junk on there that runs during startup, it's going to take a while. And this resolves that, because you can take that 1 to 3 minute, we'll say, boot up time and turn it into 20 to 30 seconds in most cases. So real simple, again. This one actually comes with a little document here. You have a user guide, Emtec, portable SSD, USB 3.0. This is a portable SSD, by the way, so it's not really meant for internal usage on a laptop or a computer. It's made for an external usage. You can still use it as a C drive, but usually for a USB drive you don't want to. And due to the size of this, I'm going to tell you this isn't your normal 2.5-inch hard drive, so this isn't something where you just break it out of the case and just plug it into your laptop and, MacGyver it. Now, that I could be wrong. Inside it could have exactly the same serial ATA connection you would be looking for to pull that off with. You just have to fill in the sides with some kind of cushioning so the drive doesn't move around and become loose or anything. I don't know. And I don't know if the team's going to break it out of the case or not and actually look for that. But the whole purpose of this is it's a pocket size, smaller than your normal Western Digital or Seagate hard drives. So this will fit in a dress shirt pocket even. And you have a USB cable right here as well. And the user guide just kind of walks you through some things. Let's see, you got English, you got Spanish, you have French, looks like. Don't know if I can tell you what that is. That's another language of sorts. And looks like whatever language the movie Umbach is surrounds. That's that one. You got some Chinese and okay, I'm just going to throw that off to the side. Making a fool of myself. So let's take a look at the hard drive itself. Ooh, let's hit the camera, guys. So you have a very short cable. This is a serial ATA to USB adapter. So you have a little connection here somewhere. There it is. That this is going to plug into. This is like micro serial ATA. Looks like no, it looks like more like micro USB mixed with a little something else there. There we go. Plugs right in. Now, it isn't as hard as it looks. A couple times I've done here, or sat here and done a review about something or an unboxing, and I'm sitting there finicking with it going, I can't plug it in, like the one more Bluetooth earbuds that we recently just covered. It isn't that as hard to, to stick the charger into the port. It's just, I guess sometimes I go to slide it in there and I want to be very delicate with it. I don't want to be rough with it, but sometimes it wants to be a little rough. So, anyways. You have something for the cable here. This is a little thing that wraps around the cable. I honestly forgot what these are for. But if you've ever seen these, they're usually on the ends of the cables. It's going to drive me nuts now. I don't know what that is. Look it up. It's okay. Our team's going to tell you what it is on our website. So again, that's another reason to go to the website. But that's really simple. There's no buttons or anything like that because it's a typical external hard drive. It's plug and play. Once you plug this into your laptop or your computer, you have 256 gigabytes of SSD hard drive space. It pops up right in an arrow. Ready to go. That's it. Emtec, 256 gigabyte. You have the same design as the thumb drive, actually. Only the print is a little bit smaller. So you have the carbon fiber design. You have a diamond-like edged plastic cover on both sides. to give that little kind of an elegant or fancy little appeal to it. And then the same kind of slightly rubberized plastic texture going around the sides. Again, same exact description here of the USB thumb drive, except for the thumb drive has larger print than the carbon fiber. And the plastic doesn't have diamond edges or anything like that, it's just flat. So there you have it. This is the 256 gigabyte thumb drive and 256 gigabyte SSD, external SSD drive, solid state drive for computers, laptops, or anything else you want to plug it into, anything that supports USB really for transferring data or reading data. You know, plug this into a back of a TV that takes thumb drives and everything else, and you can have 256 gigabytes of media on here. Home movies, whatever else you want to put on there, I won't judge. So go to the website, plcnetwork.net/blog or pocinc.net/blog. See what our authors have to say about both of these two wonderful devices here, SSD and USB thumb drive, both of them USB 3.0, and we assume very fast. The hard drive itself is rated at read speeds of up to 320 megabytes per second, and the write speed is 100 megabytes per second. So this isn't as fast as some drives like the Samsungs or the SanDisk drives that are like up to 550 megabits per second, but all depends on the price, right? And what you need to use it for. Because some of those other drives can get real pricey. As in the thumb drive, you have 400 megabytes read speed, which is faster than the SSD, and 300 megabytes write per second, which is also faster with that, which is actually surprising. You'd think you'd get more speed out of this little guy, but no. We'll see what we find out. So again, go to the website, pocinc.net/blog. We will provide a link in the video description below if you're watching us on YouTube right now. Once the review is available, it might take a few days for them to get that out, so patience is a virtue. And we can't wait, as always, to get to the next topic. So once we have something else to talk about, I'll be right here bragging about it and or just opening it up and telling you, ooh, look, this is what it physically looks like. Go to the website, pocinc.net/blog. And thank you for watching. If you want to stay on top of all the latest and greatest, and or at least the gadgets we cover, remember to subscribe right here. Subscription button. Click it. You're going to want to. There's lots of videos, interviews, previews, all sorts of stuff. Button. Click it.